Yes, the beginning of the summer. June, a wonderful month. What's not to love about June, gentlemen?
No hitters getting broken up.
Is that what just happened?
Smoke in the air?
Yeah, that's what just happened.
Oh,
Crazy
my
smoke
Lord.
in the air?
Okay, so this fits perfectly into the theme for tonight's episode, which is originally it was going to be June Gloom, because anybody who's been paying attention to the Phillies for the past however many months knows.
However many years.
It's been a tough season. And this prior weekend, when I was thinking about what we were going to do tonight, I was ready for them to rip off another 3 losses and say, this summer is going to be the worst summer ever for baseball. But then, like they do, they managed to rip off 3 or 4 wins there, 4 in a row, right?
Yep.
And you're thinking, hey, maybe it's like last year again. Maybe it is. So I'm thinking, hey, maybe it's going to be a good summer. June, boom, right? And then, all of a sudden this week, we get these stupid Canadian wildfires. And it's so smoky outside.
Stupid Canadians.
Well, and like all my kids' activities are getting canceled. The end of year picnics, the baseball games, and it feels like COVID all over again. And I said, this is June doom. And
it's funny because gloom and doom both rhyme with June.
And
What?
boom. I had boom in there as well.
And boom.
Rhyming is
That's incredible.
It's an
What are we
awesome
talking about?
way.
I don't know.
It's an awesome way, to create alliteration as you go with these podcasts. So either way, it's been a very.
Are we doom or we boom or we what are we?
I think here's the thing. We were sitting here and the Phillies were in the middle of a potential no-hitter, right? I can say it now. And we have to ask the audience this. And if you guys are in the chat, I want to know, what's the rule on when you can and can't say there's a no-hitter going? Because we're here. Meech said it, and everyone else is like, "Oh, you can't say that."
It only works if you're an announcer, right?
Nope. You can never say it.
Announcers
What
can't
if you
mention
tweeted it though?
Nope.
If you put
can't
it
say
out.
You can say
can't-
something like, "Hey, check out the Phillies game. Something special's going on."
so
or
even
something
if
like
it's
that.
just us sitting around
Nope.
talking like we did beforehand, and Meech says, "Hey,
Well, I mean, look what
got a
happened.
no hitter going."
you're
Look what
putting that
happened.
negative energy and bad juju in the air.
So Meech
And
is
you
the
put
Meech
enough
broke
of
it
it
is
up.
the one responsible
Meech,
for
you
breaking
broke
it
it
up.
up.
enough of it in the
I'm
air.
pretty good.
That's
Give me an
unbelievable.
MLB contract.
It's unbelievable you broke
It was
up
like
that no-hitter.
2 innings after I said it, they broke it up.
All right,
Like,
well,
knock it off.
what's the score at this point? Knock it off. What's the score?
1-0.
1-0. Phil.
Last
They got
night-
they got
last
a
night
runner on.
check.
They got a
First
runner
and
on
third.
third.
All right,
one
so
out.
that can rescue us from the doom. If they win a 5th straight, I'm saying we're back to boom. It's going to be a great season. Everybody get ready for that. All right, so before we get started.
Is there any word that rhymes with June that also describes how the season doesn't really matter until like
there. I don't
September.
doubt we could find endless words if we really tried. Okay.
because with this new playoff structure, honestly, we'll be in the hunt until the end. So
Well, it worked for us last year.
Yeah.
It worked for us last year.
just get hot at the end. That's
That's
it.
right.
Sounds
So
good.
We'll be here to react.
So easy.
So easy. By the
That
way, can
easy.
I just say right off the top, you guys are probably, if you're watching this, you're probably looking at this amazing set that we're sitting in. We are at the Radio Kismet University City location at the
This
beautiful.
might be the coolest feel of a set.
Yeah, I like
no
this
doubt.
one. This one's
well, I
nice.
mean, we got to give credit to Plantastic, man. The original set that we
Yeah.
were first on is my favorite. Nothing will ever replace that. This is second now. You know what I mean? Because that one, I saw this one kind of come to
That one had
fruition.
that like grungy dungeon
This
feel.
is more polished.
Yeah.
This
I like
is
that.
more polished, and it's on the prestigious University of Pennsylvania's campus. One of our esteemed hosts is an alumni of that university. Not Drexel. You guys, Drexel's cool too.
Yeah,
It's
don't fucking hate on
It's no
Drexel,
big deal.
bro.
I'm actually not an
we're crosstown
alumni of
brothers.
Drexel. I
That's right.
dropped out.
Well, I am.
very good.
Double
Very good.
alumni.
Okay, so we are at Radio
Fun
Kismet.
fact: that my sophomore year, my last trimester at Drexel, because they don't do semesters.
right.
I got a 0.0.
That's
Nice.
great.
The
It
old
reminds me of the
Animal
time
House.
you quit basketball to start smoking Newports.
Yeah.
Somewhat similar.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, so we're at Radio Kismet here in University City. And what does Radio Kismet do? They produce some of the coolest podcast content in the city. Organizations like the Franklin Institute has a podcast, Monument Lab, which is super cool, Mural Arts. Just some amazing nonprofits, for-profits. So if you work for a company or even if you individually want to make a podcast like City Pigeons, you got to hit up Radio Kismet. Our buddy Christopher Plant, he's been killing it for years and years on this stuff. So thank you for having us, and
So that's
we look
just
forward to coming.
RadioKismet.com?
RadioKismet.com, at Radio Kismet. And we look forward to coming back every couple weeks. You know, I think this
Check them out on MySpace.
Guys, I know we were talking about having our own place, but I think this is better. Let's just forget that. We'll just come here. Makes sense to me.
Yeah, this is nice. Just leave the keys behind, Chris.
And
we'll take care of it.
I would say, and I always like when we go into a new location and we have a great setup for the one and only Fink Tank. Let's head over to the Fink Tank here. We've got him here.
Welcome back from vacation,
Look
buddy.
At him. He is bronzed up, as bronze as he gets. He's kind of a red tone. I don't know that there's any bronze.
Forgot to take off his Panama Jack hat.
Right?
Yeah, you
still
brought
got
it
his
back with you.
slippers on. I'm not. You guys can't see, but he still got his house shoes on. He looks like Debo.
My feet are a little sunburned.
Hey, we're going to get into your vacation a little bit, but does it feel good to be back? No, it doesn't.
Nah,
I thought maybe you wanted to spend some time with your dudes. You know, you'd been away with your lady.
I got post vacation depression.
Yeah, that's a
coming
real.
back.
Well, you did end up slicing meats all day, right?
Yeah, it's not fun.
That'll do.
I'm trying to leave that life behind.
It's like being in the Keys, hanging out, slicing hoagies all day.
The hoagie life ain't the life for you anymore.
No, I'm the beach. I got to be
Come back
on the
from
beach
Key Largo.
every
He's
day.
a pirate.
Wait, I don't even know where you are. Were you in Key Largo?
Key Largo.
Oh,
Right. Nice, relaxing,
man. Look at you.
sunny.
Well, we're happy to have you back in the Fink Tank, and this is really cool. That typewriter, this plant, the hand. I mean,
hand.
it is
The
it is a
severed
vibe.
hand.
We love it. We love it. Okay, so one other thing I want to get to. Last week we talked about our new sponsor, A-Best Swag. A-Best Swag is the #1 company you want to hit up if you are looking to create any sort of custom apparel for you individually or your job. They also do customized swag packs like this, which I'm about to get into, which is super cool. They can put together a swag pack if you want to give gifts to your coworkers or your friends, family. Could make a good, this could be good for Christmas, birthdays.
Absolutely.
What about for your kids, Meech? This looks cool.
My kids would love that.
You don't know what's in here, but okay. And then lastly, what they're going to do for us, okay, and we're going to roll this thing out as soon as I can figure out how to do it, working with our buddy Epp. We're setting up a customized web store where you can buy City Pigeons T-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, all that good stuff. So I'm hoping we're going to get that up soon for you.
Damn, that's a surprise. You didn't even tell us.
Yeah,
that.
I didn't tell you guys that?
No.
Well, I talked about it a while ago.
I think you did tell us.
Yeah, I said I was going to do it.
I think it was on a date or something.
Yeah,
I think.
I don't know.
Us.
So anyway, shout out to A-Best. And guys, so you know, A-Best is legit. They do all the printing and custom work for one of our favorite brands, the Underdog brand. Our boy Jason
Shout out Jason Kelsey.
keeping it real, raising money for the good people. So let's take a look and see what this is real quick, because I think he sent some goodies for everybody. We got koozies here.
Woo.
Just get
I
one
can
while
take a
you
koozie.
can. Fink,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Who's the? Okay, I'm going to ask a question for the audience here.
That's easy.
That's easy.
Who's the best person to wear the fanny pack?
That's Fink.
Yeah, it's me.
I wore a fanny pack while I was on vacation.
Wrong.
No one cares.
Sorry, Rock.
I'm just saying. Whenever I go on vacation,
Now-
I'm rocking the
now-
fanny pack.
There's only one member of the City Pigeons podcast who wears a medium, so we know where that's going.
Extra
You know where that's
medium.
going.
Whoa, what?
Now it gets a little harder. Okay, it gets a little harder. Okay, here, open that up, because we got 2 larges and they got to choose. It's going to be hard. You got this Underdog shirt. Meech, take a look at that fine item. That's soft, baby. All right. Then we got a couple hats in here. Let's go. Oh, this one's dope. So I've seen Jason wear this one before.
Oh, this is butter
Philadelphia,
right
it's
here.
the whole
What we got
team.
here?
I got the Philadelphia Dogs.
I'm just going to go ahead and
it's
put.
the whole damn team.
I'm just going to go ahead and put
t-shirt,
these hats over
Fink got
here.
that dog in
because
him.
I got that dog in me.
Oh, that doggy. Oh, Fink, guess what? Okay, this is the best thing. Epp, I don't know if you're watching, but when you do watch this, I'm so glad you put this in here because this has got to go right on Fink's laptop.
Oh, we got a new sticker.
By the way, I have a pigeon that is saying "Yo." My wife bought it, a little sticker. We got to get it on there. I keep forgetting. My bad.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think every week we should have someone bear gifts and hand them out to us.
Yeah, I'm
I
into
like
that.
this segment.
If you want to send
I'm
us
into
gifts,
that.
DM
Yeah,
us on
I get it.
Twitter or
I'm just gonna check
Instagram.
this out here. Here we go. All right, that wasn't. It's a beautiful
Don't
box. I
disrespect
shouldn't
Shout
have
out
expected
A-Best
that.
Swag. Shout out Underdog.
Yeah, man. Amazing stuff. They actually do all of the apparel for the Cookin' Solo company, which is the proprietor of Federal Donuts and Dizengoff and
Rocks so
many
mad.
other things I can't even think of.
All right,
Shout
I
out
want that-
Tom
I want that
Henneman,
fanny
you man.
pack.
All right, beautiful. Okay, so we got to get into this because the internet's been buzzing, and he's got no one to blame but himself for this.
Are you talking about Baby Gronk?
No, I'm not talking about Baby Gronk. I actually don't even know what that is.
What's Baby Gronk?
Baby Gronk. He was
Liv.
Yeah.
What?
He was recently on a trip to LSU, and Livy completely rizzed him up. And
Yo,
He stole Liv from the Drip God.
yeah,
Honestly, I have
no
no
idea
idea
what you
what you're
guys
talking
are
about.
Is he the new drip king?
How do you not know?
I have no idea what you got.
Baby
Maybe I'm too
Gronk,
old
Baby
or
Gronk
something.
and Liv, the new drip.
Baby Gronk and
Yeah.
Liv.
I got nothing.
Like
You're
Gronk
outing us
Kelsey?
right
Where
now.
have you been?
You're outing us. All right.
yeah. Let's
come
move
back
on.
to
Let's
this.
move on. Yeah.
We'll come back to this. Listen, while I'm at it, I do want to thank our other sponsors.
Like
the
the Live
Goodhart
Tour?
firm is Philadelphia's best personal injury firm. Mark Goodhart and his colleagues
tell you
will
about it later.
personally handle your matter. Guys, can you please be quiet when I'm talking about sponsors?
Sorry about it.
Okay. So he will personally handle your
Sorry,
matter.
Mark.
If you have any sort of injury scenario or any legal representation needed, you got to reach out to Mark Goodhart, thegoodhartfirm.com. He's been with us since the beginning. We love the guy. And fans of Philly, who we're going to talk about later, fans of Philly, obviously the best option for your Philly sports road trip. I know they got a lot. They got games all next year for Eagles season. I also saw them roll out the the Winter Classic that's
It's
going
a whole
on.
series
Yeah.
next year, I think,
It's
in
at
Jersey.
it's at MetLife, I think.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So if you want to go see any Philly team on the road, fans of Philly is where it's at, and we're going to get into that a little bit more later. Okay, without further ado, like I said, this gentleman has no one to blame but himself for us digging into his personal life because, he's on the internet posting pictures and his girlfriend's posting pictures, and everyone just wants to know, how was the vacation? Do not even think about saying what I think you're going to say. Let's hear about the vacation. How was the vacation? Because, how long have you guys been dating now? Come on, Fink. Come on, man.
It was great.
It was great. Cool. How long have you guys been dating? I mean, look, I'll tell you. I've been married to my wife for almost 15 years now. Meech, how long is it for you?
16?
Rock, see, he can relate.
I just had our 1 year anniversary.
Relatively new relationship,
Yeah.
so he can sympathize with you for some of the stuff that you're going through. Anyway, how long have you guys been going out? Just be honest.
It's about October, November.
All right, cool. So we're still pretty new.
I can't count.
Was this the first vacation?
This was our first flight vacation. We did the
Okay.
Maxwell Award, so that was not
Right.
really a vacation, but
Yeah.
going away. But this is us going away.
And by the way, obviously most people have been on a flight. That's a scenario where you can get pretty annoyed with people. Do you know what I mean? You're going through a lot of annoying things. You see how the other person responds. It's a big moment for a relationship.
like the person taking the window seat when you're the window seat person, stuff like that. You mean?
Well, yeah. Did you? Yeah. Did she do
Don't
that
tell
to
me
you?
you're not someone who complains about
you
the
do that
weather.
to
I would never complain.
right.
I'm not a complainer.
So how
Putting
do
me
you
in the aisle seat.
how
you
do
know?
you wait? Like knowing that this was your first time doing this together. How did it go? Do you feel good? Like you acquitted yourself well.
It's a
Was there any
real- it's a
weird,
real good
like, did you do
bonding
anything
moment.
stupid? Like let's find out.
No,
On the plane,
real good bonding
You know,
moment.
on this note, by the way, I was just showing this video to my kids the other. You seen the video of the guy who's with his girlfriend? He's like new, and he steps outside to fart, and the Ring camera catches it. Did you do anything like that, dude? Step outside the. Where were you in Key West?
Key Largo,
That's where I just was. Where'd you stay?
the Reef House.
The Reef House. Okay, cool.
It was
I think
really
we were at the
nice.
Breaker? No,
It was
I
like
forget
right
what
on
it's
the
called.
bay.
Yeah.
It had like a little beach and
It's
everything.
great. I saw
Him
you
and
do-
Devin, their goal is to visit every tourist attraction in order mentioned in the Beach Boys song Kokomo.
Is that
So,
right?
Yeah.
Key Largo. Montego's up next.
Up
See, I
next,
knew that.
yeah.
Yeah. I wonder how far I could go. Let's not find out. All right, great. Okay, so.
DK says she wished he stepped outside.
Oh, no, it's gotten real already. DK, I love you, man. Hey,
Listen, it's a body function.
See,
you just have to it's
listen,
like a sneeze.
DK.
You don't go
is-
outside if you have to sneeze.
DK.
Yeah, that's
I'm with you,
bold of
man.
you for like us being 16 and 15 years
Yeah.
could probably get away with it a lot easier than
Too much.
That's too new to be doing
Yeah,
that
You got to
stuff.
get it out.
fresh,
You got to
bro.
get it out of the way first, so to
pretty
see how
fresh.
you got to see how everyone reacts to that.
Oh, my God.
I'm with you on that.
No,
thing.
the-
I'm
I
with
have-
you, buddy.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Here, you're doing it wrong. The key is you hook them, and then after you got
Right.
them hooked,
You don't
then
think-
you unleash
You
all
don't
the
think
shit
I
that
already
you know would
hooked-
bother
you
them.
don't think I already hooked them?
Oh, no. DK, please respond in the chat, folks. We
Way
have
too
live
early.
Back and
You're,
forth.
you're like in the middle of the
Okay.
first quarter, bro.
So Devin,
A lot of game left.
Fink is obviously acting like everything went perfectly, and if there's any anecdotes you want to drop in there, we'd be happy to explore those. We appreciate you being
Chase
there.
any lizards?
paying
Did you get
attention.
bit by an
I
alligator?
hate lizards. There was iguanas on the beach where we were at, and they were like swarming us.
You don't
I
like the
that.
iguanas?
Nah, I don't mess
How
with
about
them.
scuba diving? I saw you guys. Well, you were snorkeling. It's
We went
different.
snorkeling.
Yeah,
There's,
I did some snorkeling.
The
Did you
third
see anything
largest
cool?
reef. Yeah, it was swimming in the middle of a school of fish. It was my first time snorkeling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Fink from the Northeast goes
Yeah,
snorkeling.
I'm
You
out
gotta
the
love
mud.
that.
Got
I'm
any
out
pictures
there.
of that? Like underwater? You down there?
Nah,
with
I didn't
your-
bring my left my phone in the bag because last
Scuba
time
Steve mask on?
I
Okay.
went somewhere with water. I broke my phone.
Here's what we know. apparently there was a pretty bad sunburn scenario. Could you get into that real quick? Because I don't think
I'm
You
telling
don't
you,
look that sunburned.
Yeah, you look
been a
pretty.
while.
Yeah, you look all right.
No, but usually when you get sunburnt, it'll turn to peeling. He's not even
my
peeling.
nose is starting to peel, but don't
That
zoom in
ain't-
on me.
You're all right.
But like my feet are burnt, my shirt. Like
Oh,
the
foot burn.
first 2 days trying to
Unless
sleep
you're
the
close to
sunburn.
sun poison, you ain't burnt.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't put no aloe on.
I did this. I made the classic mistake.
Big
We were
person.
down there with my family for spring break, and the kids are like, "Let's go snorkeling," and I'm like, "I'll be right there," and I'm like putting the sunscreen on and immediately get into the ocean. Like it's pointless. You know what I mean? Got completely fried.
Was it reef safe?
Yeah, totally. All good. I hope so. I don't know. My wife buys all the organic stuff, so I'm kind of hoping that maybe it was. I don't want to piss anyone off.
Organic SPF.
Yeah, it's not cheap, man. It's not cheap. But yeah, it got me thinking a little bit because I was down the shore the other day. It was a beautiful day. I've been spending a lot of time. This is a tough time for me from a sun tanning perspective because I'm playing a decent amount of golf. I'm coaching a lot. There's a lot of hats involved. And, you know, the bald-headed guys in the room can relate. You get like the PGA Tour bald-headed golf thing
one
going.
right
Yeah,
No,
who
you
was
don't
the
got
guy?
that.
Was
I
it?
still wear my hat backwards,
Yeah, okay,
so I got
okay.
this little.
Was it Stuart
gap.
Sink? He used to always
Yeah,
have the
Stuart
most
Sink would have
vicious-
that so
of course.
bad. So bad. So yeah, like I've been kind of fighting against that. I'll try to take the hat off from time to time. But you know, you get the farmer's tan going so bad. So I was down the shore the other day and it was like pretty nice. It wasn't like 85 degrees or anything. I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take it to the next level. Roll the sleeves up. You know what I mean? Roll the sleeves up. Let's get a little color on the upper arms. Not ready to really go all the way in by taking the shirt off. I mean, we're barely in the beginning of June. That takes some time for me to get, you know, I got to really warm up to that.
That's strange.
Maybe next couple weeks I'll kind of, you know, just reluctant. Oh, here I am. Here we go. It's going to be fun.
Hit the gym. You'll be all right.
Yeah. But you told me you had a
push-ups.
unique approach to suntan lotion application or something like this?
No, it's just every year when it starts to get hot, I burn the first time I'm out in the sun, no matter what. I mean, no matter.
Do you do it on purpose?
No, it's
Okay.
because I'm not prepared, so I don't. Because it's usually one of those sneaky suns
Sneaker
where
days.
it's like
We all
65,
have those.
70 degrees. It's
Yep.
not that hot, but the sun hasn't been out in a while, and it just gets to you. And I burn and peel every year.
Burn and peel.
Burn and peel, and then I'm fine for the
good
rest of
after
the
that.
year. Good after that.
That's it?
This year,
Oh.
I was ahead of the game. Like when we went.
You with the Hollywood tans?
I went to a baseball game in an afternoon, and I was like, "Yo, I'm probably going to burn."
Is that when
here."
you
Was
missed
that
the
day
pod?
that- yeah, you
There
didn't
we
come
go.
to the
Thank you.
podcast? You got too burnt?
lathered up?
Yeah. Makes
And
sense.
there was another time I was out in the sun, and I knew I'd be out there all day. I lathered up. I was at a party.
Lathered up.
I was at a party outside, and
So
it
you're
was
just more prepared.
It was a graduation party, and I felt I was getting killed, so I actually asked a neighbor. I was like, "Yo, you have sunblock in there?" Because I could just feel it. I'm going to be a lobster by the end of the day. So this year so far, I've been.
Looks to me
ahead
like you
of the
got a
game.
good base layer.
I got a
going.
good, so I should be good. It took me 44 years of living to
Figured it
get
out.
on top of it, but
Nailing
I think I got it.
Wise. And
Such a
Rock,
wise
you were just
man.
in Arizona, and
Yeah.
well, I mean, you know.
So I mean,
don't-
it's different for me for
Yeah.
obvious reasons, right? So sometimes I just don't even think about putting sunscreen on. And I was out in Arizona. We were out there.
That's a different kind of
yeah, it's a
sun
different
out
kind
there.
of sun out there. It really is. And one day we went on like a 4-hour hike. No, not maybe like a 2-hour hike. And I felt fine. And then my wife goes, "Man, the back of your neck is really like tanned." And she just sent me the picture, and I was going to send it to Fink so maybe we could pull it up, but I'm not going to send
You're
you
not
the
gonna do all
picture. No, I'm not going to pull that up. It's got my tattoo on there, and I hate my tattoo, and I don't.
Oh, we're getting into some
Yeah.
other stuff I didn't know about.
Yeah, so-
Tell us more about your tattoo.
I'll show
You've
you
seen
my
my
tattoo.
tattoo.
I'll show
I'm
you my
interested
tattoo.
about it. I don't
if you show
remember
me
seeing your
yours.
tattoo.
All right, you know what? I don't care. I'll send it over
Yeah,
to
send
Fink, and
it.
if you can
Let's
get it up
dig
on the
into
Fink
this.
tank, that'll just be some more
we
content.
did talk
for-
about the one time where you hurt yourself so bad snowboarding, it looked like you were pregnant
yeah,
on
yeah,
your
yeah.
lower back.
But my tattoo is
I didn't see
absolutely
the tattoo.
god awful. As a matter of fact, if there's any tattoo artists in the chat, or if anybody knows anybody,
you want to get it?
yeah,
fixed?
I need to get it sent over.
Was this a like Ogant's?
This was
era
like
tattoo?
I was 17 years old, man.
Ooh.
Yeah.
My father-in-law.
Every
says,
17-year-old in my neighborhood who got a tattoo was like the fighting Irish guy with a
God.
soccer ball.
Yeah,
This is
I'm not saying
this is
anything
bad.
about
I'm,
that.
I'm airdropping it to Fink right now,
Okay.
and it's coming through.
My father-in-law says that a tattoo is a permanent reminder of a temporary emotion. I thought that was pretty deep.
Said what?
He probably heard that somewhere
It's
else.
deep, Here's my thing on
That's
I don't have
obviously-
any tattoos. I would just rather get a T-shirt with that design, and once I get tired of it, I could just stop wearing the T-shirt. I am so indecisive that I cannot put something permanent on.
All right, so there it is.
Oh.
We got that.
Oh.
So
well, let me just say, now I get. Let me just say,
I wouldn't have showed us that.
Now I get. Okay, you
That
guys
could
are
be
getting
easily
this. You guys
covered
are
up,
getting it.
though.
Okay,
Yeah.
that shows me there is a tanning scenario.
yeah. So I didn't use any sunscreen, and I
Holy
get back to the
shit,
hotel,
bro.
and I'm like, holy shit, the back
My
of my
mind
neck
is
really
blown.
is like, it's pretty tan. And
It
then,
looks. It almost looks like a brand. If I'm
What
being
does
honest.
your tattoo say?
I don't know.
He doesn't know. What did you do? Walk in and say, "Hey, just write like a Chinese thing."
So
or-
the story behind the tattoo,
I think
right?
it says pork
he
fried
doesn't
rice.
know.
So
he doesn't know.
I got the tattoo back in 97 or 90. It may have been 98 before
It's
I
fuzzy.
turned 18. But we were big into Sublime at the time, and the one Sublime album had Bradley's back and had the Sublime tattoo across his back.
Yup.
And I was like, you know what? I want to get
Should have just bought a Sublime T-shirt.
rock across my back in that same like old English font that he had on that album cover. And for some reason, when I got to the tattoo studio, this is like back when like the Chinese letters were like big. They were on hats and on
Very
jerseys
popular.
or whatever.
Yep.
And I was like, you know what? Instead of the old English, let's go with the Chinese letters. Like on the fly. So I went with the Chinese
sorry for
letters.
laughing.
And then like, come to find out you get a little bit older, like, they don't really use letters. And so I really don't know what that means.
Okay,
so
hold
if
on,
there's
hold
anybody
on.
who
Yeah,
can,
that's what we
can
need now.
interpret this.
Does anyone here know anyone? And I don't know, is that like straight up Chinese? I'm not going to pretend to know exactly what that is, but we need to find someone who can translate this. How do you
can
Google
Google
translate
translate
that?
Yeah,
But anyway,
Yeah,
that's-
Fink, just plug the characters into the. Actually, he could probably find them. Okay.
we're going to
This
take
is
two things away from this.
okay. You go ahead.
We can definitely get tan, as you can say. Like
I
that's
can
like
see
two
that.
different shades of people.
No doubt.
I didn't use any sunscreen that day, but that's the result.
Wow.
The other thing we want to take away from this, if there is a tattoo artist that can fix this and cover that up with something, holler at me.
City Pigeons logo.
Yeah. City, I don't know
Tom,
about that.
did you have some tattoo coverage? How was that process of getting a tattoo kind of redone? It's okay? Over time. You just
All
got
right.
to work on it? Okay.
So yeah, that's the story behind us. But yeah. I went back out to Arizona
I love it.
for work and I played golf and I was like, this ain't happening again. So it was about 100 degrees. This was Monday night. I went out and I lathered up, just completely lathered.
How'd you golf?
How'd I golf? Pretty good, actually.
Hey,
Yeah. Not bad. I was
Also
by
wanna-
myself.
Okay. Bit of a topic change, but I got to give a shout out first to Rocky for the. I told you there was a chance we would be showing the lower halves tonight, which is unusual for us. You really answered the bell with your orange black color combo all the way up and down.
Yeah, I like that.
Meech has the go ahead, Meech.
those aren't new.
Stop.
Those
I
are-
know, but
The new to the old.
ahead.
These
You
are
go.
the classic Air Hirachi Fab 5 Michigan basketball sneakers. And my guys at Lapstone took care of me and sent them over. Nadav hooked me up, gave me the socks.
Shout out Lapstone.
They're honestly one of the sweetest pair of basketball sneakers ever made.
I have a tweet from you that said you were going to buy me a pair. What happened with that?
Yeah, they sold out pretty quick. Yeah,
That's kind of
I
messed
tried
up.
after I checked out with these. I tried to go back and get you a pair, but they were
okay,
sold
okay.
out.
And
If I can check right now
Okay.
to see if they're really sold out.
They are sold out.
We're
by
going
the
to
way,
find
wait,
out.
Did C-Web call timeout in those?
Yeah,
called
no.
time-
I
What about
think
my
he,
sneaks?
He called timeout
got
in
house
the Fab Five wore these their freshman year. Their sophomore year, they wore the Air Force Max Barclays, the all black ones that I wore in the Gorecki episode of the City Pigeons pod.
beautiful.
Not
I'm gonna
to
shout-
be outshine though. Jess
Oh,
has
yeah.
got
Yeah,
his,
he's got the-
Yo, you know what?
his ama.
It's the birthday
Yeah.
gift.
No. This isn't the birthday gift. You
Oh, yeah,
guys
no,
gave me
no,
the birthday
yeah.
gift. Nadav gave me these. Okay, this is an interesting story. He didn't give them to me, but he hooked me up. He got me, when I started getting into it, I
Nadav's
was
a
like,
goddamn man. I
was
him.
like, yo, I love those. Can I get them? He's like, I only have a 10 and a half. I'm 11. So I got them, and I've been kind of battling with it ever since. But guess what I did? I took the soles out, and still plenty comfortable, and now I can totally wear them without any pain. I was wearing them with
Look at
pain
that. Yeah,
for
you
a
got
while.
to get
But,
creative.
you know, I mean,
with
I
nice
love these
sneakers.
shoes, and
Yeah.
I hope they'll last
Since
forever.
then, how many pairs of shoes have you purchased?
I recommend here's what I'll recommend.
Yeah.
If they're too tight, loosen the laces.
Okay.
It helps so much, and people don't do it. Every time I get a pair of sneakers, the first thing I do is completely loose. Like, you know how tight these were when I got them, and that you just loosen them up, and it makes the shoe.
It's funny. You don't know whether if you tighten them, it'll like hold you in there. If they're real tight.
No.
Anyway.
You don't need support. You're walking. You're not.
No, so you know
playing
what?
48 minutes.
I have now about. I think I've bought like a pair-ish a month, maybe since we started on this escapade. And in my closet, it's gotten to the point where they're now reaching like the bottom of my shirts and sport coats and all that crap that I have in there. So I'm
Next
out of space.
episode, I'll take a picture of my sneaker
Please
closet.
do.
And
Please do.
I see the Pigeons crew came out there. I see
Yeah,
Tom's
and
got the LeBron
LeBron
over there.
The first game, LeBron's.
Mark's got the Supreme Air Forces over there, like the
Damn,
OG
look
ones.
at us.
Yeah, we're doing good around here.
I got
Look at us. Who would have thought?
I got my
Not
UGG
me.
slippers
So cool
on.
for
Fink's got his
middle-aged
Debo
men.
slippers on. Those are original from Debo, though. He had those signed. Yeah, rest in peace to Debo.
And by the way, I have to give myself a shout out, but by saying myself, what I really mean is that I'm shouting out A-Best again because I got the Jason Kelsey Chug Phillies shirt. This is like as good as it gets.
So you opened the swag box and just picked up that
no,
one
that's
out
not
right
true. This was an extra
I'm
large,
just
which
kidding,
nobody
man.
wears, and
I'm just kidding.
You know, so but this is a goat. This is gonna be goat T-shirt in my rotation all summer. Beautiful color for the
Yeah, I'm gonna
summertime.
rock this one
okay.
out.
So one thing I want to get back. You guys were talking a little bit about, some of the dynamics of, Fink in the early stages of the relationship, and I got thinking because as I was thinking about Fink being down there, I said to myself, man, I'm so happy that I'm not in a scenario where I got to like try to convince my significant other or my girlfriend that I'm like cool enough for her to be with me. Do you know what I mean?
Holding in farts.
Exactly. Which
I know
apparently
exactly
he's not doing. So
We have a translation on Rock's tattoo.
Oh, do we really?
what is it?
Riding America. Is that what that says? I'll take it.
I mean,
What does that say?
It says Riding America.
That's not
somebody
serious.
said
Someone
that.
said it to Tom.
Somebody said that. That's pretty funny. Like, is that a joke or is that literal? Like that actually? Okay, we'll get into it later. But anyway, okay. So I started thinking about the phase of relationship, and I was thinking, like, man, I'm so glad I'm not trying to like, make sure I'm, always looking my best and being, super clean and pretending that I'm things that I'm not. You know what I mean? And so I came up with this. I started thinking about where I'm at in my life with relationships and where other people are. And I kind of came up with these phases, and I wanted to get you guys to chime in on some of these, right? Because everybody has their own idea of how this goes, and you might have some funny anecdotes from these phases of your relationships, right? So phase one for me, which is where you're at, okay? You're trying to be attractive and cool. She's simply trying to determine if she can fix what she doesn't like about you.
Oh boy.
Does that make sense?
I think you're hitting pretty deep with Fink right here.
Well, let's be honest. Like,
Listen, this doesn't apply to me because I started dating my wife when we were 17, so we were both like
yeah, that's a little different.
knuckleheads. We weren't actually anywhere
Yeah.
close to being adults.
Yeah. Well,
But I mean, I know this.
my
this-
point is,
Yeah.
the lady is pretty much saying,
I mean,
I'm
I'm not saying my wife hasn't been spending the last 26 years trying to fix me, but
right. Well, okay,
She has.
and we'll get to that how that
That
all
hasn't
evolves.
worked.
But what I'm saying is, the lady is like, obviously in a situation like Fink's, they're going on a trip, and she's obviously decided he's a cool enough guy for her to hang out with. Now she's kind of like, is there enough stuff here that's kind of a deal breaker for me that I might have to bail? Or is she like, I think I can probably fix what I don't like? Like, here's a good example.
He's gonna have me deep thinking tonight when
Yeah,
I
I
go.
know, right? I'm like, what the hell, man?
Here's a
like
good
he thought
example.
he just went on vacation. Now he's like, was that a goddamn test? Like,
Yeah. But here's a good example. Like there was some sock conversations, right, Fink? Isn't there a dispute around the wearing of the socks?
She hates me wearing my high black socks.
Okay, she doesn't like the high black socks. Now I noticed he's got high white socks on. Case in point, people.
She bought them for me for my birthday.
Boom. She already fixed it. And it's just a list. Here are the things. And the only thing that people are thinking is, can I fix enough things to make this good for the long haul? And I think that's the truth.
well, that's
I
a
think
good point. I wonder how many things my wife has subliminally fixed about me that she
lot.
didn't like that
lot.
I just never realized, and she just
Right.
because I just let her replace things.
Right. Okay, so let's go on to the next phase. Oh wait,
You know
I
what?
have
I'm
to
getting a divorce.
So I actually talked to my wife about this earlier and got her feedback, and I was like, "Hey, do you remember anything I did that, during that phase?" She's like, "Well, I don't remember anything." She's like,
I would
"There was
never
that time
ask
when you
my
got
wife
that
that.
conversion van that you thought was really cool." And story there was I was in a band, and I decided we needed a van, because we were going on these little tours and stuff, and I bought this gray conversion van. And it was like gray with like purple highlights, and it had like the captain's chairs. It had a little TV in it. We used to play PlayStation on it when we were like traveling and stuff. But I got it, and I was like, "Check this out! Isn't this so cool?" I was like, the entire
Sounds pretty
back,
cool to me. I mean,
Wait, I was like, the entire
Sounds cool as
back
shit.
folds down. She's like, "Cool." So yeah, the conversion van was it for
Was
me.
that like Daly's van that we were in that one scavenger hunt
Probably
night?
similar.
Yeah.
Probably similar. Okay, so then we have the early marriage years, all right? And this is when both people in the relationship are making a good faith effort, okay? You as a man, you're either giving or holding ground depending how much you want to appear that you're willing to change, okay? She's optimistic yet already starting to become a bit frustrated as she tries to fix you. That's early marriage years. Does that resonate with
Yeah, that
anybody?
dude's my old professor right there walking up the street.
Wow.
Sorry, rant.
That's okay.
Swear to God.
does that resonate with your old professor
That's okay.
walking up the street?
Sorry.
So the
That
idea,
doesn't resonate with me because we had kids when we were.
Can you play
married
along
already.
a little better? It'd be nice. Like if you're
Well,
just not like,
my-
no, that
my-
doesn't, you have to.
My position was so different and not traditional that I
Right.
can't say I know where you're
Okay,
coming from
okay.
there.
Well,
because
then-
your professor's lost.
your professor.
Welcome back
that
down the
dude was
street.
always lost, man. He's one of those hippie
Your professor
dudes.
recognized you. He wants to come in. No. Okay.
So it's not like I'm not playing along. It's just
That's
I
fine.
can't
I got you.
particularly relate to most relationships.
Okay. All right. Rock is in this, right?
Yeah.
He's just had his first year anniversary. You know what I'm talking about, Rock? Where it's like, we got friends.
Be
okay,
careful, Rock.
Hold
Don't-
up.
don't
Here's a
fall
perfect
for
example.
Jesse's
Yeah,
traps.
she's watching.
Yeah, don't
Here's
fall
a
for
perfect
Jesse's
example.
traps.
You got to leave it all on the
He's
floor
trying
when
to
you
trap
come
you
to City
guys.
Pigeons, okay? You got to leave it all on the floor. I don't want any holding back, except if it's something that I could get in trouble for. All right, here's the deal. Rock, you know that we play football every Sunday, right? We played football every Sunday before we got married, okay?
Yep.
Now, there's some people who will remain nameless. Slowly but surely, they stop playing football on Sunday. They stop being available to go to the Eagles games. They stop being available to drink too much at the U.S. hotel and throw up in the alley.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff you either hold your ground or you give your ground, right? I mean, let's be
I was
honest.
there when you were throwing up in the alley, by the way.
I was supposed to be somebody else.
Yeah, I know, but so you marry the kind of person who you think is going to be okay with all that stuff. You let them know, you let them know in advance, like, hey, these are the things that I like to do.
Wait. I got to interrupt you right there because it's a perfect example. You think you're marrying the person who you think is okay with that, and they're thinking, I can get them off that. I can fix that. Like, oh yeah, no, you're not going to play football every Sunday after we get married.
I think if you marry someone who's like genuinely an honest person, they're gonna appreciate your time as you appreciate their time, and they're gonna let you do the things that you want to do.
Oh,
Like,
you know what I just
I have
realized?
no issues with going to play football, going to play basketball, going to play golf whenever I want, as long as there's nothing else going on.
Pop quiz though.
But I don't have any kids, so that's
okay. I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
there's only one thing that's gonna change that.
Yeah.
Having a kid, because as soon as you have a
Well, see,
kid,
I'm in the same boat as Rock, and I got 5 kids.
Yeah, Meech can do whatever the fuck he wants when he needs to, man. Unless he has got to go to baseball practice or
Okay.
go answer to the
Okay.
twins' teachers for
5
fighting
kids, and you
in
can do
class.
whatever you want.
I mean, I'm caring that I don't take advantage of it too much to where
Walk it back.
it puts us back in it puts us in an awkward position. But yeah, pretty much, I can do whatever the fuck I want,
Okay.
and so can she.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's a give and a take, right?
Well, that's for sure. That's my point. You're giving ground, you're holding ground. You got to decide where you're going to give ground, where you're going to hold. You know
Like
what I mean?
tomorrow, I didn't tell my wife, but I'm
Tell her
probably gonna
now.
play some golf.
Tell her now.
At around 4:00. So I hope you don't have anything going on.
so
'cause
Tuesday night,
I'm playing some golf.
I'm
tomorrow.
going to the Souls of Mischief concert at New
Okay.
World Cafe. I haven't told you
Okay.
yet, but just between me and you,
Great.
we got nothing to do on Tuesday, so I'm going to that concert. Love you, babe.
I want to go. I want to go and watch 93 Till Infinity
It's
and then
the
leave.
whole album, front to back.
Oh, is it?
Wait,
Really?
where is this?
New World Cafe,
Right
Okay.
down the street.
right down the street.
Oh,
All right,
shit.
we're going.
Yeah, shout
Tuesday
that out.
night. Nothing. We got nothing to do.
I
We're
might
going
not
to
be
that.
available.
All right, yeah, I'm
Okay.
trying to go to that.
All right, here's your third phase, okay?
I'll
This
buy you a
is in
ticket,
your,
sweetie.
This is in your 5 to
You
10
talking to
year-
me?
Talk my wife.
Okay. Thanks, sweetie.
This is the third phase. You're in your 5 to 10 years of marriage, okay? So she begins to realize you may be what you are at this point, and she's beginning to come to terms with the idea that she can live with it as she's already invested too much time.
And then she files for divorce.
Is this? Am I painting? I'm painting a depressing picture here. I think.
Yeah, this is sad.
Yeah,
bro.
this is like this is a deep.
I just thought this is the way everybody felt about these things. Is it not? It's not that way.
I mean, listen, it's probably the way with most.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get inside the head of the everyday person. That's what I'm trying to do here.
Well, you're 3 uneveryday people you're talking
Well,
to.
this is true. This is true. All right.
Let's move on from
all right.
this. Kim. Yeah,
Last one is 10 to 20 years. She begins to think, do I really want to keep living like this? And ponders whether there is still time to start a new life. Thank you.
Is this
Thank
where
you.
you're at, Jess?
Thank you. Thank you.
And-
No comment.
Is this why the
Did you get
divorce
notes
rate
from
is
your
so
wife?
high?
No comment. I read this to her. She loosely approved. Loosely.
so she's
Yeah.
She wrote it.
Well,
Anybody
it's-
got a sofa open
It
for
sounds
Jesse
like
over there?
I'm in the June gloom more than anybody here.
Yeah, man. Like
you just buried your.
Fink's like,
buried
let me
yourself.
rethink being in a relationship here.
Nah, look, Fink. Let me
Fink just had to get
hold
out of
on.
his black socks and he's got to put white
Hold on.
socks on. Now you're talking about like.
Let me just say, Fink, long-term relationships can be wonderful things that fill you with nothing but joy and love, and you get to have children. You should absolutely continue on your path. Do not be dismayed by anything that I've said, okay?
Sure.
Okay, great. I'm going to make it clear.
I'm a huge proponent of marriage. I wouldn't know what to do if I wasn't married.
It's nice, man.
I honestly wouldn't be able to do day-to-day tasks if I didn't have my wife.
Shout out to the wives out
Shout
there,
out
all
to
right?
the wives
We
out
love
there.
you.
Hell yeah, we
Despite
love you.
all the things that I just said. I'm
Right.
sorry.
You make it seem like it's a chore for them to
Yeah.
enjoy us in any
Yeah.
way.
No, they do. They do. I think they do. I think. I can tell sometimes. You can
Sometimes.
see. Yeah. Okay. So we'll move on. Sounds like we want to move on. And one thing I wanted to ask you guys
Sounds
about.
like you want to move on, buddy.
Well, didn't sound like you guys really wanted to stick around.
No, I'm
either.
sorry. I'm sorry I didn't fit those
Yeah.
those stereotypes.
That's a shame.
Jess, you going through some things at home?
No, I'm fine. This is not going the way I planned. Okay, so how about Trey Turner snapping out of it?
The ex-Philly Nick Maton took the lead for the Tigers in the 9th inning. We're losing 2-1 now.
Oh, not me.
You've really jinxed that
brought
game.
the Gloom
Maton.
back.
Oh man, no.
Who needs
it
a
was
Kenny?
You. You broke up the no hitter, dude. Who needs a Kenny? I'll take it back up. Shout out to Kenwood, supplying the beers.
Can I get one of those
Love
over
you guys.
here?
All right,
at
we'll just
Fink
keep
10?
handing them down.
Thank you.
No, but seriously, I realized last week when Trey Turner hit 2 home runs and was seemingly snapping out of his funk that maybe we did mush him by having the Trey Day season opener party. You know, we really went all in on the Trey thing. And if you remember during that episode, I said I'm a little worried because he hit 5 home runs in the World Baseball Classic, and what's going to happen when he starts? Well, you saw how that went. Do you feel responsible, Meech?
Partially, and I brought it up to you guys, but I don't think we actually addressed this on the pod. When we did a podcast right before the Phillies playoff game, we were up 2-1. Then they got no hit, and they didn't win another World Series game.
Yeah.
Then we did a pod immediately before Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals with the Sixers, and
That's
they
right.
lost that game and
Don't do
didn't
this.
win another
Don't
game.
do this.
So I'm thinking we should never do a
Hold on.
podcast again before a big game.
Okay,
in
no,
Philadelphia
devil's
sports
advocate.
history.
Yeah, I was gonna
We
say.
did a podcast before the Eagles-Giants playoff game.
But
we won that.
I think the
Aren't we like 10
the
point
parking
favorites?
lot podcasts are different. That's a different
Yeah.
energy.
Tom is pointing out.
I'm
we
saying,
were
like-
4-0 with the Eagles last year.
There you go.
Granted, they were pretty good, but
But they were on location. When we're on location, we're undefeated. When we go somewhere
Oh.
else before a big game and then watch the big game, they lose.
Okay. All right. Well, jeez. I got to rethink this whole thing.
Well, you're the one that brought up the Trey Turner. I mean,
Yeah.
then you think I broke up the Phillies no-hitter.
You did.
Yeah. So it's my fault for mushing
You
Trey
jinxed
Turner?
it.
I came up. That was your idea, by the way, the trade day thing.
I just thought it.
Look at
Booyah.
Meech over there.
the
The
flyer
little
was
mush.
like the.
It was
in my head. The
no
flyer
hitter
was
tell
so
you,
cool looking.
I sent that flyer to Chris Long in an attempt to get him to come, but he said, I couldn't come. But he's like, that flyer's fire, by the way.
Shout out Jimmy D'Onofrio.
Boom.
My
Very
guy.
good. Very good. But he's going to come next year, so it's going to be fine. You guys think, real quick, do you think we're seeing, it's hard to tell because they might lose this game, but I think they got to show me something against the Dodgers this weekend before I'm going to go in on this recovery, right?
Yeah,
You feel
absolutely.
that? You feel that way, Rock? Rock didn't even know they were doing poorly. That's fine. Meech, what do you think? Are you ready to get? You think it's next year or last year all over again, or you think not really? I mean, good to see Nola and Wheeler, by the way, having their best outings in the last week. That is
good. I'm so glad they have their best outings in early June and not in October.
Get them started
When
on
we need
Nola.
them.
Would it Nola to go 4
Please,
innings in October?
I got no.
So this is where I stand.
I'm hoping they do good and they'll
All
make
right,
the
see you later,
playoffs.
Rock.
But
Can we get a freaking urinary control sponsor? I mean, what the hell? I just don't understand.
I mean, it's
understand.
unrealistic when we show up here at 6:30 to have us not need to go to the bathroom.
I went to the bathroom a couple times before we
after 4 or
started.
5 Kenwoods.
You just got to do a better job.
Go
you
before
gotta do a
it
better
starts.
job.
Is it really that?
You
Like,
got
come
to.
on, guys.
All right. Well, the funny thing is, we were gonna start a segment that we need him for. You know what? I'll introduce it, and maybe by the time he gets back, we'll be ready to go. My God. Any last words on the Phils though before we leave?
Well, then
them?
why don't we move right into the fans of Philly top 3 games we want to
All right.
attend.
That's a good idea.
And when he gets here, he could be the.
You're the brains of the operation. I
I'm
love
so
it.
goddamn smart.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do because our boys at Fans of Philly got it all lined up for next year. All the great road trips. You can go to any game on the schedule with Fans of Philly. Some of them I think are bus trips. You know when it's
I was on the
close.
site. It's like
Yeah,
it's really well done. They're
They
a quality
make it so
operation.
easy- they make it so easy for
It's
you.
unbelievable. I actually was thinking about this, and I said to everybody, look, everybody's gonna pick their favorite, their 3 top trips that they want to go on for whatever reason. And I thought, well, would you be going on all of them? Meaning, if I was going on all these trips, would I pick like, if I was going to LA, maybe I would pick a New York trip because I didn't want to travel as much. But I just say top 3. I mean, you could do whatever you want. Do whatever you want with it. So who wants to start us off here? You're going
will
to start us off.
yeah,
Do you
I'll
know what's going on, Rock?
You came
I know
right
what's
back
going
I will
in.
say,
Straight from the
our
bathroom.
friends
Ready
Rosh
to
and
start off.
Sasha, they're
Yeah.
going Fans of Philly down to Tampa Bay.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Ooh, Tampa
See
Bay.
that?
I think that might have
Listeners-
been my number 4, but I just don't think there's many cool things to do in
Okay.
Tampa.
Oh, you're
Pause.
wrong,
Pause
Am I
that.
wrong?
Pause
Oh,
that.
yes,
Oh, you're
you
not
are.
there
Like,
yet.
I'm not a strip club
Okay.
guy, man. Like,
That was
yeah,
Is
I
it
know they're a
possible?
big strip club city,
Yeah,
but
my-
Hold on. Is it possible they might be able to attest that it was via the City Pigeons podcast that they actually ended up deciding to go on those trips? Because that could be
100%.
useful for me.
100%.
Can you send it? Can
oh
I,
yeah,
can I
got
get
the
that in
text and
writing?
everything. It says right here. It says
Okay.
all thanks to Fink and the City Pigeon guys. I love them so
Yeah.
much, and Fans of Philly.
Let's go.
But we
Nice.
love them. They're the
Joe,
best.
I hope
They are
you're
the
watching
best.
this.
They show up everywhere.
Watch
Thank
this.
you.
All right,
We love
gentlemen,
yous.
I do want to get to who's that tweeter. So let's make sure that we do
All right.
this quickly. So Rock,
So
let me
I'm
get your
going.
3.
My number 1 would be the Seahawks.
I think I know why.
So the game's on the 17th of December.
Too
so
early.
Too
Go
early.
ahead, go ahead.
Too cold.
Too
You
cold
wanna ruin
for
the holidays?
No, it's not. It's not cold actually in the town of in the
true.
city of Seattle.
I'll
But
let you finish. I'm sorry.
Too
but
early.
That's like the mountains should have some snow
Too
on
early.
them by then. What do you mean?
I
It's
knew
too
you were
early?
going to think that, and I debated it too, and I said it's too early.
It's definitely not too early because
it's very hit
we
or
just
miss.
saw this past year that it was
Fight,
going off in
fight,
December
fight.
out west. So
Seattle was
you can
actually
combine-
would have been on my list if it wasn't in December. It's too close to Christmas. They leave the 14th. That's my son's birthday. I'd be in trouble, so I couldn't include the Seahawks.
that's
I like
very
the
by the
trip.
way, we are not in any way trying to dissuade anyone from going on any
No,
of these
no.
trips. They're all going to be
Yeah.
fantastic. Okay, but Rock,
If you're a skier, snowboarder, that could
Right.
be a great trip for you. You-
we've done that before
You can.
multiple times.
You got 2 hours to some great mountains out
It's true.
there.
Cheap, too.
Seattle's a nice, cool city.
I would always.
The weather is way
Seven
way
minutes.
milder down in the actual city.
Right.
And then they got that whole, 12th
Fish
man.
market.
It's loud out
Yeah.
there. I just
That's
want to go
true.
see it. Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's true. Although
So-
they might be better.
Catch some fish
Okay.
in the fish market.
Then
Number
I got,
2.
All right, number 2.
Number 2 is Dallas because I've never been to Texas.
Ooh.
Everyone hates Dallas, so you want to go down there and you show out for the Eagles.
Yeah, that could be fun.
I just want to see that
Jerry
whole
World.
spectacle. That's Jerry's World. Actually,
Yeah.
I was just with a guy yesterday when I was out there in Arizona for work, and he's from Dallas, and he's saying that place is a big piece of shit. Actually, he's a Cowboys fan, but I still
doesn't
would like to go
surprise
see
me.
it. And then I got the Chiefs, just basically because of
Yeah.
Super Bowl rematch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Arrowhead's supposed to be a great place to play, or great place to see a game. You got the barbecue.
Yeah.
Those are my three.
Okay. Meech, you want to go?
Yeah, I'll go. I'll go like
gonna descend?
Casey Kasem style. I'll go 3, 2, 1.
Okay,
You know,
okay.
we're doing the countdown instead.
Going backwards with it.
Number 3, I got the Phillies London trip. It's.
I didn't.
Wait,
I thought it was supposed to be all football. It's
trip,
fine. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I thought we were just doing fans
That's
of
fine.
Philly.
No, you can. No, there's no
I mean,
rules.
look,
You're fine.
we're just doing trips
cheated.
overall.
I was like, the Eagles played in London like 3 years ago. Go ahead.
Yeah, but it's not the same. Well, I'm going with the Phillies London trip only because I've never seen Europe. I've never been to London, but I do find it funny that a bunch of Philly fans will travel from Philly to London and go to a bar in London called the Passyunk Pub with a bunch of Phillies fans and hang.
Right.
They're basically bringing Philly over to London.
That's what we do every time.
And just to hang out with other Philly people.
we did that at the Super Bowl.
I
It
love
didn't
that
end well for me.
dynamic. It's so funny.
Oh, yeah, real quick. I'm sorry.
Philly's so unique in
Phillies
that
have
way.
the bases loaded, Meech.
Let's
When
go.
we were out in Arizona,
Phillies tied it
we
up.
met this
Phillies
couple
tied it
from the UK.
Uh-huh.
This dude lost his fucking phone, man. Had all his information. He had like not just a cell phone, but like the cell phones have the wallet pack on the back.
Oh no.
Left his wallet pack with the cell phone
That
at
could
the
have
Grand
happened.
Canyon.
All right,
That
number
coulda
2.
happened, dude.
Number 2 guy. I feel bad for that guy. Number 2, I think the Eagles trip to New England week 1 will be pretty cool. These tickets are hard to get. Number 1, like they're on the resale market because it's Brady's retirement game.
Right, the Tom game.
I don't know if they're retiring his number. Not that I give a shit about Tom Brady, but I think that would be cool to attend and then see the Eagles whack them immediately thereafter. And also that weekend, the Red Sox are playing the Orioles in Boston. And if you want to stick around till Monday, the Red Sox are playing the Yankees
Whoa.
in Fenway, which is
See?
like an ultimate bucket list
and he
trip.
must have done the research to see if that was going to
Yeah,
happen.
you're saying like you
love
can't
that.
include the Phillies. I did the research on these trips,
man,
man.
you're
It's not
cool.
just
You're good.
Like I looked at dates.
Remember, I said do your homework. You killed it.
I brought
Killed
some.
it.
I brought some thinking into this. It wasn't
it.
just I want to go to L.A. Dude.
Ooh.
But
Hope you're
number
not mocking
one,
anyone.
Whoa,
I wanna go to LA.
for my list.
Yeah, was that fake?
number one trip is I'd like to see the Eagles beat the Rams in L.A. and check out L.A. And that's it's October when it starts to get cold
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
and you get the nice burst of heat out there.
QB1 gets
Jimmy
his,
Garecki?
blows out
Party at
his
Jimmy
knee.
Go
Garecki's.
hang out with
Happy
Jimmy
birthday,
Garecki
Jimmy
out
Garecki.
on the West Coast.
Okay.
It's just a
right.
number one L.A. for me.
All right. Well, let's. Why don't we head over to the Fink tank and see what Fink came up with on the top 3 fans of Philly trips for the 2023-24 season or other stuff.
It's good.
Don't say it's good.
Okay. I got KC number 1. Got the food, the barbecue, revenge. I want to go out there. I want to
Yeah,
get.
Meech was scared of
I want
them.
to try to get some revenge.
Yeah.
It's also
Can't be scared.
What
we-
revenge are you going to get in a regular season on a
Meech,
Super
you know
Bowl
what?
game?
It's my list. Let me have my fun over here. Let me do my thing. Okay.
Corniest
Thank you.
revenge. Might as well beat him in a preseason
Meech, you were
game.
scared of getting beat again. You
Yeah,
said that.
I am. I don't want to
yeah,
go out
I'm
there,
gonna go
have
to
them
the-
make fun of us for 3 hours from getting beat in the Super Bowl before the game, and then get beat during the game and go home a sad sack. If I go to a road trip, I want to go to one where they're going to win.
Yeah, 10
Or at
pounds
least
heavier,
I think
full
they're
of
really
barbecue.
gonna
All right,
If you're
Fink,
scared, get a dog.
Fink, carry on.
I did. I got an underdog T-shirt,
Carry
courtesy of. Our
We all
new
know I
sponsor.
love the Boulevard.
Roosevelt.
Kansas City is a city of boulevards. Has the most boulevards other than Paris.
What?
Look at him doing his research.
That is so
See,
weird.
guys,
He's gonna
see what happens
He's going
when
to
you
go
lean
try
in?
to find as many boulevards you
city
can
of
find and drive
boulevards.
on them. All right.
Is there a Roosevelt Boulevard there?
I didn't
I
get that
bet there
far. I
is.
didn't get that far.
I bet there is.
Also, Riverboat Casinos. Never been to one.
Ooh,
Sounds
I've
kind of
done that
cool.
before.
I would love to go to Riverboat Casino.
I went on a casino in Florida where you get on in Florida and it goes out far enough to be in international waters and then you can start gambling.
Oh.
That was pretty dope. Go ahead.
Then I got Tampa Bay 2. 1, it's September 25th, so the weather is a high of 90, low 71.
Yeah, see.
I love that.
Okay, but go ahead.
All right. Again, this is my list. I can't
Yeah.
believe you guys are being rude like this.
You didn't think
said
you didn't
anything.
think
I'm
your
listening.
list would be
Thank-
critiqued?
Thank you, Rock.
Yeah.
Strip clubs. It's number
Hey.
2 largest strip club place in the U.S.
Close your ears,
Jeez.
Devin.
This is you walked into that one.
We also have Busch Gardens.
Wait,
Oh,
I
hell
just
yeah.
got a
Hell
text.
yeah, I'm with you on that.
I just got a text from someone that says, Phil's are fucking back, boys.
Those winners in the chat.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, we got
Let's
Rock's-
go.
we
I
got
thought I
We're
jinxed
back.
them.
We're back.
We
I
have
thought I
Rock's
jinxed the
We have
boys.
Rock's wife in the
Boom.
chat too.
Let's go.
After I get done my list.
Okay.
We're not
no.
interrupting it, and we
Yeah.
also have the Bucks cannon. I just
You
want
like
to
the Bucks cannon?
No, I want to like hijack it.
Oh, you wanna
if we would
hijack
go
it.
down the
Bring
game,
it
go
home?
down there, play with the cannon a little
Okay.
bit,
Play with the
and then
I like the Busch Gardens take. That's a
what?
fun. That's a fun
Yeah,
time.
It sounds like it'd be fun. Ride a couple roller coasters
go
before
ahead.
we
Yeah.
go down the game. And then last, I got the LA Rams. It is on October 8th. The weather again, 79
weather.
highs,
Great
low
weather
is
at
60.
home then, guys, if we're being honest. But go
New
ahead.
stadium. Eagles fans take over the stadium,
Yeah.
so that's going to be like a home game in good weather in
True.
LA.
Oh, that's true.
And then you also have the Walk of Fame, like you have Big Bird on there, the Beach
Bird.
Boys, Missy
You led
Elliott.
with Big Bird?
What?
That's the most famous person on there?
But well, I said the Beach Boys and Missy Elliott too.
Yeah. Big Beach Boys guy.
Yeah.
Kokomo.
See, you
Yeah.
tied
Okay.
that in.
All right. Good.
That's a callback.
Thank you. That was good, man.
Yeah,
Busch
you
Gardens,
guys want to talk
Boulevard.
shit on my list again?
no, I
the
liked
things
it.
I want to do. You guys want to like trash
It's a
it
great
someone?
list.
I like your list.
All right.
Thank you,
I'm going to
Rob.
bang through mine pretty quick.
We're going to Busch
So we can
Gardens.
get
Let's
to
go.
guess that tweeter. I'm going to do it in descending order, too, because I just think Meech is so clever. My third trip is New England, okay? And that's because opening game, is just so intense. New England, rich football tradition, Tom game, cool. I almost chose Tampa here, but I went with New England because Tampa is too early in the season for the weather to be an upside to me.
Yeah.
In other words, if Tampa was in December, I would really want to get down there. You said it could be 90 degrees. Yeah, I don't want that. I've had the full summer at that point. I'm out on Tampa. You can go play with the Bucks cannon all you want. No problem. I'm out. New England. Okay, second, LA. LA, there's so many things I could build into that. I could head down to Southern California. I could hit San Diego if I wanted to. Santa Monica, Malibu. I mean, there's so many cool things you could do in LA. We could go visit Jimmy. And I've never been to SoFi Stadium, which I'm guessing is just like a overly modernized kind of strip mall-y feeling place. But the Rams completely disintegrated after they won the Super Bowl. I'm guessing we would absolutely thump them, and that would be great. My number one, no surprise, I've talked about this before, Kansas City. Kansas City is on my, elite list of like Buffalo, Green Bay, the best football towns in America. And when I'm going to see an Eagles game, the number one thing I'm looking for is an awesome environment to get into, and I'm not afraid to lose like some other people. Okay, great. Well, that was fun.
I know he's not talking about me.
He was talking about.
I said the same thing too.
Don't
I
be,
ain't gonna lie.
don't be
I'm-
scared.
I was scared.
Don't be scared. Okay.
It's not being scared to lose, but
But hold on, Jesse. We got it. Rock's wife checked in. She said
Uh-oh.
she's 10 minutes behind. She
Oh,
said
boy.
Rock can do whatever. We are both evolving as people / couples, but no fixing here, and he can go golfing tomorrow at 4 p.m.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
You got the golf
Hell
hall
yeah.
pass
Hell yeah.
on the
Hell
podcast?
yeah. Hell yeah. Thank you. I love you.
Dude, that's amazing. Hey, congratulations.
You playing?
Congratulations. Okay, that's a little
That's
bit late
enough.
for me,
All
I
right.
think. Maybe. Like anything going on? We'll talk about it tomorrow.
All right.
All right, or after this. Okay.
So just for the record, my list was the best.
Your list was the best? Okay.
Then Rock's.
Cool. All right.
Nobody
All right.
threw that Seattle out there. I can't believe that.
Here we go.
It's cold. I
I even went back and
weather.
checked the text, and nothing said specifically Eagles game. Like pick your top
I'm sorry.
Eagles games.
My
It just
bad.
said pick your top games
Okay.
from the website.
He sent the
So-
link. He sent the link.
Yeah,
If you go to the
I
link,
did
it's all
send
the
a link
football
to
games.
the football ones, but it doesn't matter. I like the London thing. I would love to see you in London.
Yo, shout out fans of Philly, bottom
Hey,
line.
Seriously, shout out fans of Philly. There are a handful of different people in that game. They do the best job. I've heard a lot of horror stories from some of the other ones. People not, customer service not being great. I can tell you this for a fact. Joe takes care of everything. If you need something, you go right to Joe, and he takes care of everything for everybody. We experienced that on our trip, and he's just been a great guy, and we appreciate his support for City Pigeons. Thank you guys, fans of Philly.
And I think I checked out like the probably the more pricey trips, but the DC trips, the Jersey,
Yeah.
New York,
Yeah, you bang
they
those
play
out.
in Jersey, but they're a lot more affordable and they're so well run and they're so
Go
cool.
see Aaron Rodgers,
Yeah.
That could be cool. Who knows? All right. So we are getting close to our time limit here, but let's jump into this and we'll end with this because this is a fan favorite as far as I know. A lot of people have asked me to run back, guess that tweeter. Who's that tweeter? Do you remember what I don't remember what I called it.
Who's that
What do you like better?
I like who's that tweeter.
All right, who's that tweeter? Okay, we're
We
going
need
to
that
run this
music
back.
though in the background.
Now, I feel like, okay, let me just reiterate to the fans how this works, listeners watching, whatever you want to call it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like, subscribe, whatever it is. We appreciate you. This works as follows. This is a contest that Rock participates in to see how often he's going to have to drink. That's pretty much it, right? Do you remember it being that way?
Yep.
Okay, so
I think
I'm
I
going to
did
read
pretty well last time, actually.
Yeah, I think you actually did. I'm going to read a tweet, and it's going to be a tweet from one of 3 potential options. Either going to be a tweet from Meech, a tweet from Fink, or we've added an other category, which is a tweet from neither of them, someone else that they've helped select. Okay? So you have to choose, and if you get it right, you don't have to drink, although you can if you want. If you get it wrong, you do have to drink. Does that make
Jesse's
sense?
going to read them off. Don't look at the screen until...
I don't understand. Could you please explain the rules again?
Yeah, it's very
Run that back.
complicated. Okay. Here we go. You ready?
Yep.
Okay. True sicko if you're attending Flyers preseason hockey. I wouldn't trust you around my family.
Fink.
Correct.
Damn it. Was that obvious? Did you?
I think as soon as he said true sicko, I was like, that sounds like something
Listen,
Fink would
I
say.
curated these, so the ones that I didn't curate, I know are Fink's, so I knew who it was.
Okay.
But
What?
you're not playing.
Yeah, what?
I'm the one who picked most of these except for
Okay,
Fink,
here
so
we
I,
go. Here we go.
I of
Okay.
course know who.
All right. Here we go. Here we go. I'm now imagining Pat Toomey slapping me after I egged his head, and how fast I would stone cold stunner his ass.
I don't even know who Pat Toomey is.
Good for you.
So that's Meech.
Definitely not
See,
me.
this is I hit.
I don't
wait,
give
guys,
a fuck about Pat
I
Toomey
hit him.
enough to
Incorrect.
stone
Can you
cold
reveal
stunner
who it
his
is?
ass.
Fink.
I hit him with the rocks, paper, scissors because I said, I'm going right back to Fink. He'll think there's no way I'm going back to Fink. And the best part is when you do that, now you're so screwed up on the next one because I could do another Fink or I could,
Who's Pat Toomey?
I actually should go back
He
to
was a
Fink
Pat
PA
Toomey?
senator.
because he'll think
Senator?
there's no way
Yeah,
I'd go
I've
back
heard
to
that,
Fink.
like, I
again.
knew he was like some sort of politician, but what is he? Who is he?
Can you do this
Senator
word
or,
version?
Senator
Okay.
or
This
I'd
one,
love to know what Pat
Okay.
Toomey did to make you want to stone cold stunner him.
after I egged him too. I
Yeah.
got to look up the date and see what he did that day.
This one is tough because it's just a visual. You got to look at the visual, Rock. Okay, wait. So let me explain it before you answer. The visual is it's Joel
Yeah,
Embiid.
for people not watching
Yeah,
on
it's
YouTube.
Joel Embiid sitting next to James Harden at a press conference, and then it's next to that 2 characters from the Monsters, right? Am I getting that right?
Monsters,
the Pixar.
Inc.
Is that it, or is
Monsters
it
Inc.
not?
Monsters, Inc.
Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc.
Come on, you're a dad. And you
Whatever,
Yeah.
dude. Get out of here. Okay.
So what's? Are they making fun of their gear?
It's
I'm
just
lost here.
he doesn't get it.
Obviously,
How
they're
do you not
making
get
fun of
it?
their gear. Look at them.
Joel looks pretty normal,
But he's bigger than Harden. Like this
Yeah.
monster's bigger than him. Come
mean,
on,
it's hard
Fink's
to see.
fighting really hard
Look.
for this picture, so I'm gonna say Fink again.
you're wrong.
See, he's all spun up.
It wasn't.
Have you
That
drank?
was
You need to
actually-
keep
that was
drinking.
actually- me.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That was Meech's handiwork there.
I just look at how you don't get it. Like what?
Yeah, you don't get the juxtaposition.
Okay.
You don't
Okay.
find that funny, Rob?
I got one here.
I'm
okay?
like laughing on the inside
Okay,
so hard.
some of
over here.
these are replies to other tweets, so I have to
Okay.
read the first tweet. Okay,
right.
so here's a tweet from Elliot Shore Parks, who's a known journalist here in the city, well respected,
Meech.
ESP. Okay, he says,
from Meech.
Just
"Would you shut the hell up?" Here we go. The silliest part, and by the way, I have to read the reply. So just
Okay.
The silliest part of packing snacks for a long flight is that I basically just sit there and think about them nonstop until I just give in and eat them all like 1 hour into the flight anyway, leaving me with nothing to eat for the actual long part of the flight. A response to that tweet by the person you need to guess is, "Nobody cares!" exclamation point, which is perfect.
Meech.
Howard Eskin.
Howard Eskin. with
Howard
the bomb.
Eskin. But I feel where Elliot Shore Park's coming from.
I do
was just
too.
on a plane and I had this bag
Oh, no.
full of snacks waiting for me. I'm thinking about
But
it
I
the whole
also
time.
feel where Howard Eskin's
I
coming
definitely
from.
feel where
Nobody
Howard
cares.
Oh, just to bring one thing full circle.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about snacks and that traveling and stuff. Devin is on the plane.
With a
tore through
hoagie?
2 bags of chips on the plane, and she's munching everywhere.
Oh, no.
I'm flying everywhere. I'm in
Did she have it
trouble.
she's all like got it on her fingers?
No,
She's like,
they were just
It's going to be
flight?
beef later.
They were just falling all over the place.
Oh, no.
I was eating them as they fell. I was like a little dog. It was disgusting.
wow.
But
Hopefully Devin found something else to do and she tapped out on this. All right, here we go. Here's another one. Fink, get this picture up.
I got it.
Looking like, okay, the tweet is a Sports Center tweet. It says, Jokic means business.
Oh, wrong one.
And the reply is,
Yeah, I got the wrong
looking
one.
like Tommy Shelby's fat brother head ass. Did you mean to say dead ass? Oh, I just kind of gave it away.
Looking like Tommy Shelby's fat brother head ass.
Head ass? Is that a word that I don't know about?
I'm gonna say Fink.
Yes.
Got
Yeah.
it. Got it. Doesn't
Only
have to
because of
drink.
the head ass. That's what gave it to me. That's more of a newer saying, younger person saying. That's
You never
what
heard
gave
that before,
one.
Jesse?
No, somehow. I'm getting my next one ready. Okay, I got one. All right. I'm the prince of wishful thinking, rightful heir to the wishful thinking throne once the lead singer of Go West dies.
Say what? I'm the prince
Do you not
of
know this
wishful
song?
Thinking.
You know the song? I'm the king.
Nah.
You
I don't know.
Wait,
the
wait,
song
sing the
either.
song a
I
little
do.
bit. Wait, sing the song a little bit.
I'm the king of wishful thinking. No,
It's a classic
I'll
80s
get
song.
over
It's
you.
obviously
let's
me.
go with Meech, yeah, because I'm.
That's a good tweet, dude. That's a good tweet.
I know.
Because Meech obviously one day like heard that song and was like, I'm gonna be the heir once he dies. You gotta
Go
love it.
West.
All right,
right.
here we go. Where am I? How many do I have?
There's only a few left.
Okay, wait, hold on. Stay with me, folks. So this is not easy running this. Okay, here we go. More like Brock Turdy, LMAOROTFLLOL.
Random.
Wow, I thought that one was obvious.
Incorrect.
Fink?
Oh, yeah.
Brock Turdy.
Brock Turdy, that's good. You
I
get
heard
it?
a lot of Brock Turdy talk, so I was like, that could be anybody.
And then he went-
You get it?
He went overboard.
You get it, Rock? Like Rock Purdy? Rock
Yeah,
Turdy?
yeah.
Yeah, I think he gets
Yeah, I
it.
got it.
I was just making sure.
Okay, I don't know.
Brock Turdy.
Oh, I almost blew it. Here we go. Well,
I can't believe they're bringing that guy out as a starter, honestly.
I can't believe they're
He's
still
a fucking
complaining about
fraud.
that. By the way, that's going to be
You
a great
changed the
game.
rule because
All right, here
of
we
him.
go. Well, they did it. They took away the blue check we all remember me having. The one I had not
Random.
The one I had not for any ties to a media outlet, but because of that huge vote on Twitter where everyone said I deserved it because of how good my tweets were. But you know what? I'll be fine without it.
Random person.
Correct. Who's it? Can you?
That's East West. He's
None of
one
these
my-
guys had. I don't think these guys had the blue checks. So that was
Either
like,
did
that was
he.
that was a terrible one. to
Meech,
pull
you didn't
out.
get a blue check?
Well, he didn't have it either. That was the joke.
Oh.
Like they took away.
Oh yeah,
they didn't
you're
really
going way
take
too.
away.
You're going way too deep there.
All right. All right, rapid fire on the rest of these.
All right.
The Lord forgives, I do not. Happy Easter.
Fink.
Nailed it.
I
Correct.
like that one too.
Nailed it.
It's like that sounds. Is that from the Clips?
Here we
The
go.
Clips say something like that.
You ready? The coolest part about Taylor Swift concerts has to be the diversity. You could be a 52-year-old White House wife from the main line, and all of a sudden you're in the
blowing
same
it.
place singing the same songs as a 26-year-old single white girl from Bucks County.
That's a tough one.
That's
I'm gonna go with random.
no, that screamed Meech to me.
Yeah,
man.
that was
Really?
way too
That's a
wordy to
Meech
be
tweet.
anyone but me.
Yeah, I thought that I felt like that came from someone who was at the actual
Okay.
concert.
Fink.
Meech
let's
was.
get this one up.
Wait, you were?
No.
All right, you ready?
Meech
I was in South Philly.
Wait,
I was-
was someone in this building was at one of those concerts though, right?
Not me.
is he still in the building?
My wife actually went last
No,
night.
he went to another
Meech is,
concert.
Meech is a big Swiftie.
Okay.
All right.
Am I just watching too much playoffs, or does Jokic kind of look like the Statue of Liberty? I don't. Nope.
Shit. Random.
Who's this?
Random. That's I don't know the dude.
William
it's
Lou.
William_Lou, but it's a funny ass tweet because he
He
does
is
look.
so
like
really
the
think
Statue.
so?
He's so ugly.
And I thought you would guess that was me. That's why I picked it.
I thought it was.
Okay. I have. think I got one left. Am I getting this right? Okay.
You're killing it, Jess.
Am I doing okay?
You're
One
good.
left?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
No, 2.
Oh, okay. Let me do this one. This is a tweet by the Philly Daily News to start, and then a reply. Former Christie ally sentenced to 2 years in prison for Bridgegate. Meech.
Thanks, Jess. You're a really good host.
I just saw he was killing it, and then he goes, that tweet
Well,
is
he
me.
said, he said, all right, let me read it again. Former Christie ally sentenced to 2 years in prison for Bridgegate. Meech says, such a shame. Loved her in Cheers. You got to be kind of old to get that.
The director of Shaun of the Dead retweeted that. I was so happy.
What?
Edgar Wright.
Now, who did I miss? Fink, pull up the one that I missed because
up?
I'm having a hard time. Okay, here we go. Did I not have that in there? Fink, go ahead and read it.
The Flyers have named Keith
You
Jones
did.
to the position of president of hockey operations and named Daniel Briere to the position of general manager. The Flyers have not met a new person since '98. That's Meech.
That's random.
Oh, really?
That's 85 MF, another great tweeter. He's the one. You ever hear on Twitter when someone says ratio, when someone says something so stupid that the ratio between like quote tweets and replies are so drastic that you just know the person said something really stupid? He's the one who invented the term ratio, and like everyone on Twitter uses it now.
Wow.
Fun 85
That
MF.
went right over my doesn't use
You
Twitter often.
can
head.
like Google it and it says he created it.
Awesome.
The ratio of me.
Well,
You need to be more online.
I think this is a fun exercise.
Yeah,
for us
with
to
your head
revisit
ass.
from time to time. I got to get my head
I need to
ass.
tap in more. I gotta get on. I gotta get on the Twitter
Actually, no,
more.
you cannot tap in because when you tap
Rock's
in,
Twitter
you're
account
gonna
suspended
see-
again.
It might be.
You're going to start seeing their tweets, and then the game is not fun anymore.
Okay.
Okay, so do
All
not
right.
tap in.
I'll stay away.
Stay away from it.
Got it.
Okay? All right. So that's about it for us, guys.
By the way, I'm so bad at Twitter. It took me like 4 hours to find 4 tweets of mine that were halfway entertaining to me. I hate myself.
I think all my tweets are funny, so it was hard to just go through it.
You're being too hard on yourself, Meech. You're being too hard
Thank
on
you.
yourself. I think all of them are funny when I see them.
I don't.
Okay, so anybody who tuned into this or will tune into it, watch it, hear it, thank you so much. Shout out Lapstone and Hammer for everybody's fly kicks. Thank you to fans of Philly, A-Best Swag, Good Heart Firm, Kenwood, Radio Kismet for hosting us. I have some exciting news, and I'm going to announce this before we've even figured out a way to do it.
We're getting a raise?
No, you're not getting a raise. You're getting a fine, actually. I haven't figured this out, but we're going to try to do a podcast, like a post-podcast show for the Jason Kelsey event in Sea Isle. I'm trying to get everyone to go to that event, and then afterwards we're going to have a post-event wrap-up. So that promises to be a very colorful show. That's a guest bartending event that I went to last year, and it gets a little crazy. So I'm super looking forward to that. We have some other really good summer episodes lined up.
I should be in good shape for that episode.
Yeah, you'll be in great shape. Let's hope he doesn't go for a nap.
Jesus Christ.
Let's hope he doesn't go for a nap. No, but seriously, thank you guys for checking it out.
Thank you.
And supporting what we're doing, and we'll see you next time.
Adios.
Peace.
Love yous.
Love yous. Use. Y-O-U-S. Fink. Cue the outro, dog. It's tough for him. He's been doing all of the tweet stuff, and so it just
exactly.
cue the
It's not that
outro,
easy.
dog. Play it. It's tough for him. He's
Shout
been
out
doing all of the tweet stuff, and so just cue the outro, dog. Play it. It's tough for him. He's been doing all of the tweet stuff. Just cue the outro, dog. Play it. It's tough for him.